Thank you so much for coming. Our Code Plus team worked on creating a centralized issue reporting app for students, faculty, and staff called Duke FixIt. I'm Isha, and this is our team. First, we will explain why we decided to create FixIt. Then we will show you a demo of our product, briefly go over the technologies that we used, the challenges that we faced, our future plans, and then we will answer any questions at the end. Now I'll pass it on to Emma to talk about the problem.
Thanks, Isha. So around Duke's campus, people often encounter issues that require maintenance attention from various teams. So for example, you might need the facilities management team to come help take care of ants that are in your dorm room. Or you might need the Office of Information Technology to help you fix your personal computer. But before you can get these issues addressed, you need to be able to report them to the appropriate groups. So perhaps you'll go online to the Student Affairs site, click on Housing and Residence Life, and submit a work order request. Or maybe you'll go to the Duke Facilities site to request a service, or click on their Contact Us page and give them a phone call or send them an email. Or maybe you go to the Office of Information Technology website to get help. Or you go to the Link computer repair application. Or maybe you just got so overwhelmed by all these options that you had no idea what to do. So it is for this reason that we decided to build FixIt, one website where you can report a variety of maintenance issues at Duke in a simple and streamlined process. Throughout designing FixIt, we've collaborated with a lot of different stakeholders. First, we talked with people from Duke Facilities Management and Student Affairs to understand the current workflows of maintenance teams and the ticketing systems that they use. This is so that we could design FixIt in a way that doesn't interfere with the workflows of maintenance teams. We also met with people from Duke OIT, and they helped us with feedback throughout this process and lots of technical advice. We spoke with someone from Duke Student Government who gave us perspective on the user experience as a student, and also gave us lots of suggestions for how to advertise our site if it goes to production in the future. Lastly, we want to thank our corporate sponsor, Transact, for their encouragement and feedback throughout this process. So now I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer to show you FixIt.
Thank you, Emma. So when you first come to our page, you can choose one of two main options. If you're here to submit a ticket, you click the Submit a Ticket button, then you select the category that best fits your needs. For example, if I had an issue with bugs in my dorm, I would click Residence Life and then Dorm. This will take me to the HRL work order request, which I can then fill out and submit. If you're unsure about what each category is for, you can simply hover over the icon for a brief description. If you can't find what you're looking for, just click this link to be directed to a catch-all form. This is basically the premise of our site. Instead of you yourself having to go through the hassle of navigating all the different websites, forums, and contact information to try and resolve your issue, you can come to just one site, FixIt, and we do the rerouting for you. If you're here to see your ticket history, you can click on this button instead. This will bring you to your latest 5 tickets. This page can be accessed through either that button or by clicking on your name in the top right corner. Here you can see your latest ticket history. As you can see, it displays a different icon depending on the status and all the relevant information that you may need, such as description, assigned group, or ticket number. And if you want more information or to change something about your ticket, you can click that eye icon to be brought to the actual ticket. And after it loads, it'll display, for example, your actual ServiceNow ticket, which includes more information and the ability to add user communication if you so desire. If you have more than 5 tickets and would like to see the rest, you can click on the See All Tickets button, which will bring you to a paginated history that offers all the same features as the previous page. You can also sort based on different variables, such as the ticketing system, which can be either EAM or ServiceNow, or time. So from new to old or old to new. If you're an admin, you have not only access to your own ticket history, but also anyone who has a NetID's ticket history. You'll know you're an admin if you have this icon next to your name or this search function. On this search page, you can search any NetID, for example, our team lead Sherry's, and through this, you can find their entire ticket history, as well as their contact information if you need to contact them regarding a ticket. And that's about it. Thank you. So our site is also responsive for both mobile and tablet. And now we'll talk a little bit about how we actually created our web app. So on the front end, we used CSS3, HTML5, and JavaScript 5. We also decided to use Tailwind CSS because our team lead Sherry recommended it since it's the up and coming standard for Rails 7, which is the framework that we designed our web app on. Now I'll pass it over to Haljan to speak a little bit about the backend.
Thanks, Jennifer. So for the backend, we're using, as Jennifer using the front end, the Duke standard, OIT standard tech stacks, such as Ruby on Rails 7 and Postgres as database. Also, we integrate NetID login feature into our website, so the student don't need to fill out their personal information again. Rather, we will automatically import all the useful information from the NetID system. A core feature of our website is we're pulling real-time ticket information for users across two different ticketing systems used by Duke, which are ServiceNow by OIT department and EM by the facility management department. We also develop caching strategies in order to make pages more responsive when users such as staff who has decades of tickets to load. Another feature that all the routing pages you just saw from the demo, they're all dynamic, which means they can be changed at any time without changing a single line of code. So our website not only provides a one-stop solution for submitting and checking tickets at Duke, but also we build a general framework for build better future support. So as you can see on the right, all the tickets from two system EM and ServiceNow, they are aggregated into a single and uniform table with the same attributes. So how would this be helpful? For example, now there's another new system emerged at Duke, and it can be easily and quickly plug into our current all-in-one framework. So another feature is mentioned about is dynamic pages. As you can see from the table on the left, which is a snapshot of our database, each row represents a button on the right, and the entire table supports all category pages in our website. So when you click Read this live, it finds all the subcategories from the database and render them for the user in real time. So how could this be helpful? It means that we can not only change each button's label, icon, link, as you can see on the table, but also we're able to customize any category, subcategories, and even multi-level category pages and who wraps to who their relations. For example, let's say it's time for applying 2022 file housing, and the housing office would like to have a housing portal link in our website, but for now it doesn't. So in order to do that, the support team could just easily add a row in our database, and it's done instantly. So in a summary, our backend is not only focusing on support the functions and methods of our website, but also for better future modifiability. So now I'll pass back to Emma to talk about our challenges.
Thank you, Haljan. So throughout Code Plus, we've learned a lot through the various challenges we faced. Firstly, we've drastically improved our collaboration skills in both technical and non-technical ways. Before this project, many of us had never written code in groups before, but now we can all comfortably create branches in Git and merge them together, which we know will be very helpful if any of us go on to pursue a career in software. A big technical hurdle we faced was being able to pull information from the ticketing systems that are used at Duke, which are EAM and ServiceNow. So this required us learning about something called API calls, which I had never even heard of before Code Plus. And we really started from ground zero of just learning what APIs are and watching YouTube tutorials to learn the basics. A challenge that we faced later in this process was learning to adjust our priorities based on input from the stakeholders. So when we first envisioned FixIt, we came at it from the perspective of students, where across your 4 years at Duke, you may accumulate 10 or 20 tickets at maximum. However, when we had a meeting with our stakeholders to show them our progress, they were really excited about the filtering and sorting features of the ticket history page, because these are people that have worked at Duke for decades and have hundreds of tickets. And so it really taught us to be flexible throughout our design process and to be open to feedback from stakeholders. Next, I'll pass back to Isha to talk about our vision of the future of FixIt.
Thank you, Emma. As our time at Code Plus comes to an end, we have ideas on a few extra features that we would like to add. The first feature we would like to add is a general ticket submission form with image submission capabilities. It won't look like a Google form, but the idea is similar, and it'll give FixIt control of the entire ticket submission process from beginning to end. We would also like to add a reopening tickets button. This would make it easier to reopen tickets that were accidentally marked up as resolved from right within the app. Lastly, we are hoping for FixIt to go into production. In this way, our website could make life a little more convenient for students, faculty, and staff. For instance, we could see FixIt as a link on Sakai or the Duke Hub landing page. Now I'll pass it on to Angel to talk about user testing.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Isha. Throughout the production process of building FixIt, we were able to conduct quality and user testing. So first, from performance testing, which goes to quality testing, we were able to test and see whether the web application loads in a reasonable time. And from prior results of this test, we were able to decide to implement the feature of pagination, which drastically helped improve our response times. And then a user survey was given to all Duke students and Duke personnel. And on the right, you can see some results of that test, of that survey. And from this survey, we were able to implement extra features such as the extra button on the home page that shows your latest ticket history. And looking towards the future, the OIT office will help us to improve quality assurance and maintenance by making sure that the web application has reasonable uptimes and that all the software is kept up to date. And now we would like to highlight the benefits of the FixIt app to Duke. For students, this application will improve convenience for students and save students a lot of time, since prior the students had to turn in multiple forms to different people and call a variety of different offices to get an issue fixed, but now they can do that all from the click of one button. And then to stakeholders and staff, the Duke FixIt web app will improve communication between various stakeholders because now they will be able to see all tickets on one platform. Prior, they had to see different issues on all the different platforms because there was no aggregation. And then this will also improve the processes, since now there will be a streamlined processes of assessing what issues need to be fixed urgently, and which will overall lead to an increase in productivity for the stakeholders and staff. And then to the Duke administrators, the FixIt 12 app will improve time management for the administrators, since now they can see all relevant and urgent issues on one platform, which will improve the workflows and also lead to an improved cost efficiency for the Duke administration. And now we would like to highlight all the people who really took their time to help us throughout the production of the FixIt web app. People from Code Plus, Transact, Duke OIT, Innovation Collab, who took their time to debug with us and advise us on the best practices and the best ways to implement a variety of features that you see on our web app today. Thank you for listening to this presentation. And now we invite you to scan the QR code on the screen so that you can access FixIt for yourself. And we welcome any questions from the audience.